Hey friends, Rob Arlett here in Delaware. We are 3.5 days away from our election. I'm sure you, perhaps people that you know, like people that I know, are losing a little sleep these days, concerned what's going to happen on Tuesday, or perhaps what's not going to happen on Tuesday. I agree with you. This is a big deal. I think that we all understand, we all get the gravity to the bigness and the surrealness and the realness of this election cycle. It is a huge deal. So we are here fireside, if you would, and I think you just need to know that you're not alone thinking this way. And I agree with you. It is a big deal. So I'm going to ask a couple of things, and I've got a couple of thoughts. And that is, this is absolutely by far the furthest and most important and most relevant election cycle in our lifetime. I'm 53, coming up on a birthday next month. Actually in about 12 days, 13 days. And we are truly at a crossroads. We that live in Delaware, we know Joe. We have been sold a bill of goods for 50 years. We have brought to the surface, along with other Delawareans, these last several days, these last several weeks, these last several months, the truisms and the realism of the Joe Biden family. And I want you to think about that. I know many of our friends that are Democrats are going to be seeing this video, our independents are going to be seeing this video. You may not like President Trump. You may not like him. I get it. You may not like his tweets. You may not like his personality. But can I ask you to think a little bit bigger than that? Do we really want Joe Biden and his family to be the first family of our nation? Do you really want him and his family and all that's been coming out that appears to be real? Do you really want that family to be the first family of your nation? Do you want that family to represent you and your values? Do you want Joe Biden and his family to represent what you stand for? I'm here to ask you that very question. So let's look beyond party line. Let's look beyond tweets. Let's look at the reality of where we are as a nation. So as we think through these next 72 hours, probably at least 2/3 or more of our nation has yet to vote. Many millions, I think we're about 80 million, have voted prior to. I will be voting tomorrow, along with my wife, here locally, because I will be in Washington, D.C. on Election Day, taking care of things there in Washington. We will be voting tomorrow for President Trump. So as we move forward towards Tuesday, I want you to think beyond your party line. I want you to think beyond the tweets, and I want you to think about the sovereignty of our nation, and I want you to think about the values of this nation, the values of your family. It's a big deal. I'm praying for our nation. I'm praying that God's will be done, and I'm praying that He has His hands wrapped around this beloved nation, His nation, as we are one nation under God. Never forget that. We are His nation, and Tuesday needs to represent that. And Joe Biden is not that person. He may talk, but reality is something very different. So take this serious. We must re-elect President Trump. We must. We must. You must elect President Trump on Tuesday. Share this video to people, that you think won't want to see it. Ask them if they're going to vote. Ask them if they're going to vote for President Trump. Ask them if they love and care for their country. You matter. Share your voice that God gave you to make a difference in other people's lives. This is the time that you must step up to make a difference in your community, in your family. You must step up and do what's needed for our beloved country. Join me in praying for our nation. Join me for praying for President Trump as we move forward towards Tuesday. And I will tell you, as my wife and I both, she's sitting right next to this little camera here that we have, we are at peace, knowing that God's will be done. So join me with having peace, and join me in voting for President Trump, and join me in voting for America as God intended our country to be. God bless you. We will see you soon.